Hey everyone, Iron Spider-Man here with another comic book video. This is all the CGC books I won on ComicLink for the auction that ended up in July. I've been meaning to make a video for this for a week or two now, but just been busy. So yeah, let's just get into it. Some of these I've been able to put Mylars around, some not. Amazing Fantasy 2, this is from 2004. This is signed by Mark Brooks. This was $44. Just something that I thought was cool. I like the cover. I like Mark Brooks. I don't have any of his signatures, so just something fun. Amazing Spider-Man 67, an 8.5. I think I mentioned it in my last ComicLink video. I had bought one of these, and it was it an 8.0, I think? An 8.0, but it was creamed off-white pages, and I didn't look at it close enough. So this was $125, so this is replacing that one. This is a really good cover. I don't think the camera picks it up well, but the red on here is super solid and vibrant. Really happy with that. One more book closer to the whole collection. Avengers 36, the Alex Ross Timeless variant. This, I believe, was $50. Just really cool. I love how he does fire. Captain America Special Comic-Con Edition by Rob Liefeld. This was $48. Again, just kind of like a unique... I don't think there's a ton of these out there. I know no one really cares for Rob Liefeld too much or his Captain America. I kind of dug it, so thought I'd grab that. Captain America 25, first Sam Wilson as Captain America. This was $50, which I figured... I think if you get a CGC book under 100, that's pretty good, especially for what it costs to get a single book graded. But if you get it for 50 or less, I think that's just a steal. So I don't think this is going to be a huge key really in the future going forward. I didn't hate Brave New World. I didn't love it either, though. But I think that movie did hurt this book's value, which is understandable, because I remember this being a $300-400 book at one point. Same book, Captain America 25, first Sam Wilson as Captain America, the Steve McNiven variant. This was $60. I really like this cover. I like Steve McNiven's work a lot. I've been on a Daredevil kick recently, so Daredevil 100, 9.4. This was $100, which I understand. It's from 1973. It's in the 9s. It's probably going to be, pushing a little bit more of a dollar. Daredevil 182, just iconic classic cover. This was $81. This I was very happy with. Daredevil Volume 2, this is the Kevin Smith run. This is the Dynamic Forces variant. This was $120. The Marvel Authentics Daredevil #1 black and white cover. This was $41 actually. I've been seeing, like, at a couple conventions I've gone to nearby, the Dynamic Forces variant and this one are usually on people's back walls, asking, $50, $60. So this for 41, graded in 9.8, I couldn't pass that up. Daredevil #11, this is the first appearance of Muse. This was $56. I'm probably going to crack and resubmit this. I didn't see anything when I was bidding on it that would keep it from a 9.8, and in person, I see nothing wrong with it, so it's going to suck. I don't know if they still do that label. If they do, I think I will get that, just because this would be a PC book. And then I also got 14, also 9.6. This was also $56, so not bad. But yeah, I used to have both these books. I picked them up off the rack, then I got rid of the whole collection, so Now I'm buying it all back. These two books were actually my comic shop winning. One was, I think, $40. One was $30. Emma Frost, 7 and 8. Gorgeous covers. I remember this is like forever in my brain because this was always the cover that, like, when you go into Target in the early 2000s and they had like the Marvel Age, like, collection stories of comics. This was like always an ad. This one here was always like an ad in it for the Emma Frost book. So, and it was aimed for kids, so I was a little learning. Like, this series has a lot of great Greg Horn covers on it, so I was surprised that this was an ad when I learned what this was. But yeah, I think this would be a really cool series. I'm sure I'm not the first one to think this. I think this would be a really cool series to have the entire run in 9/8. I think it only goes up to like 18, 20 issues. I don't think it's that many. So, Ghost Rider #1, signed by the cover artist Cal Nuga. I'm sure that's Cal Nuga. I'm sure that's wrong, but I do like his work. I loved this Ghost Rider series. My favorite one was the all-new Ghost Rider by Robbie Reyes, even though the art was terrible in that. That was always my favorite Ghost Rider series until I read this. This is phenomenal. I think it's 21 issues. Benjamin Percy's a hell of a writer. Now, this book, I did not think I'd ever own. I did not even see it until... or I didn't even know about it until... oh, I can't remember the YouTube channel. But it's... I paid $60 for the Ghost Rider #1, by the way. But the YouTube channel, the guy, it's him and his daughter. They have, I think, a comic book shop, and they're always grading and whatnot. And he sits down with someone who collects romance comics, and I can't remember the YouTube channel name, but I think it's Future Past Vintage Collectibles. That's what it is. And it's from 2 years ago. He sits down with someone that collects romance comics, and I always liked the cover because of the artist, John Romita Sr. My Love #1. I did read this, just typical kind of traditional love story, I guess. Girl is, hot, pretty, rich, thinks she's all that. Guy ends up going for the other girl that gives him a little bit more peace and isn't as dramatic and whatnot. So I paid $161 for this, a 9-tune white pages. I think a 9.4 just went on my comic shop for like $400 or $500. So I think I got this at a really good price, especially for the white pages. I think this book would be $300, but I don't know. Again, I'm not a romance book collector. I do really love this cover. I love, how yellow her hair is, the purple background, the Ramita in the handkerchief there. So I really like this book. I'm glad I have it, but this is probably my one and only romance book I'll ever own, and only because it's a Ramita Sr. cover. This is my second copy now of Spawn #1 in the 9/8. That was $100 even, which I think Spawn #1, especially for how many 9/8 there are of this book, it's a $100 book. I remember when this was getting like absurd during COVID. It was a $200-$300 book, and I just refused to pay that. It's a $100 or less book all day. There's 3 million copies out there. So Spawn 200. This is the Capullo retailer incentive. This was $50. Really love that cover. I like Greg Capullo. He wasn't my favorite on Batman, but I think his Spawn and his Haunt were really good. Spawn 362, I just really liked this cover. It's not special or anything. This was $33. Spider-Girl 75. I think it's just because it's an all-white background. It's the first black suit she wears. It's not a symbiote, it's a cloth version. I think she gets from a comic costume store. It does say Spider-Girl dons a new costume. That's in the notes there. I paid, what was it, $38 for this. It was weird. There was two of them that came up. I won this for $38, and then a week later, like, the other one went for like $70 or something. I was like, whatever. I have a raw copy as part of my Spider-Girl collection, but I just wanted a nice graded copy of that. Thunderbolts #1. This is from 2013. I liked this team. I thought the first arc was really good. Then it kind of, I don't know, got a little crazy. But I like the Punisher. I like Deadpool. I like Agent Venom. Elektra and Red Hulk were good in this as well. But yeah, I remember seeing this on the shelves and passing it up, even though I really liked the cover. And red's my favorite color, so I just thought, what the heck, this was $40, just something to, I didn't get it for like an investment or anything. I don't think it's like a key book, but Thunderbolts 110. This is the Lionel Francis Yu variant cover, gorgeous Venom cover. That was $100. Thunderbolts 143. This is the Greg Horn variant cover, the Iron Man by design cover, it says. I thought this was like the many armors of Iron Man, but maybe I'm wrong on that. But yeah, just gorgeous cover. I love Iron Man. That was $60. Then the last book. I've bought and sold this book so many times. I think this one I'm going to keep, but, we'll see, of course. Ultimate Fantastic Four 22. This is the origin and first appearance of the Marvel Zombies. I think, 21... Is 21 the bigger key, or is this the bigger key? I forget which one. But 21, and I think 21 also has a variant cover that's, like, worth a decent chunk. But, yeah, I want to get 21, 22, and 23. I don't know, I like this story. I like Ultimate Fantastic Four. I thought Ultimate Fantastic Four was the best Fantastic Four stories up until, I think, like, when Silver Surfer and the God stuff started happening. Then I kind of didn't care for it. But up until then, I really enjoyed this series. This was $100, which, again, is fair. I think it's that, maybe a little less. I don't think it really deserves much more than that. It's not super important. And I know, like, they did Zombies on the What If episode for Marvel, but I would really like a Marvel Zombies movie. Don't know if they would ever do that, but you never know. But, yeah, those are all my books. I try to keep this brief, but, yeah, I will see everyone in the next video.